Welcome to the Flora podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. Welcome back to the podcast. Today we are continuing on with our decluttering series for business owners. In this episode, we are going to talk about a topic that I think many business owners, especially coaches, struggle with. That is decluttering versus organizing your business. So in this episode, we're going to actually explore the differences between the two concepts and why decluttering is important, how to declutter your business on that surface level, and when organizing is necessary, and also how to organize your business. So with that said, let's get to it. So what is the difference between decluttering and organizing? Now, this is pretty simple. I've shared this before in many of my videos and many of my podcast episodes. Decluttering involves removing the clutter, the unnecessary, the unused items, in this case, from your workspace and from your business organization. When organizing, that involves arranging and kind of systematizing what's left. And you typically want to arrange it or organize it or systematize it in a more efficient or productive way of using those particular things. These concepts are related, but they're not interchangeable. So let's discuss why decluttering is important for your business. As you may have heard from my other episodes, decluttering has so many benefits. It reduces stress, it increases productivity, and truly helps improve your focus. So many of us right now feel unfocused because of the state of the world. And the more that you have to focus on, the more pulled away and the more drained you're going to be. So the less you have to focus on, especially if it lights you up, the more productive you're going to be, the more focused. It's a win-win all around. When your workspace is cluttered, like your actual office, it's really difficult to focus on what's important because you might feel overwhelmed. Physical clutter, environmental clutter causes cortisol levels to raise. That's the stress hormone that we have in our physical body. So it's really important to declutter all areas of your business that might become disorganized. And over time, all businesses need decluttering in some form or fashion, whether it's your email inbox, your desktop, your physical workspace, the room that your office is in. All of it needs to be decluttered because we evolve and grow as humans. We bring things in. And as we bring things in, we again evolve and we shift. Our likes shift, our tastes shift. And also, our inboxes sometimes can get really bogged down. I think I've done a whole episode about inboxes. I know I've done videos about it. This will help you with that. So how do you declutter your business? Now, we've addressed this in several of the other podcast episodes. We're actually going to continue to address this. But today, in relation to decluttering and organizing, the first step is to really look at, what needs to be done first. Really start prioritizing your business as it is right now, like what needs to be done. Start prioritizing those most important tasks, and that will help you to see what those non-essential tasks are. That's a way to start to declutter your business. When you start by prioritizing what needs to be done first, that's going to help minimize distractions, and that's also going to help you see what you can let go of as far as unnecessary items or tasks that you have on your plate. And with that, you can start to kind of develop and maintain that decluttered workspace by scheduling regular times to review what your priorities are and really ask yourself, do I need to be doing this now? Do I not need to be doing this now? Do you know what I mean? Another thing is schedule regular times to declutter your actual workspace, like your desk, your office, your computer, your inbox, all those things. Set a time every single week. Like every week I do an inbox zero, meaning at the end of the day or the end of my session of my inbox zero, there is nothing in my inbox. It's absolutely zero based. and I process everything. I give myself sometimes a couple of hours, depending on if I've been traveling or not. And if there's things that I need for references, I file them in my reference folder. If it's something that I need to send to a team member, I forwarded it to my team member and I archive it. So I literally process everything. I do not wait until another date to do it. These things can be done. Paper clutter is a big one. I have a whole series on TikTok about paper clutter. Check it out. I have a playlist about it. So I frequently go through and declutter my paperwork. You really, again, this all gets back to really giving yourself permission to ask yourself, what are my priorities right now in this phase of my business? Are you building your business, growing your business, refining your business, or are you scaling your business? Most of the people listening to this will be growing and refining your business. You could even be in the scaling phase and you realize, wow, I'm scaling things that I probably shouldn't be scaling. I need to join your program. Give yourself permission to schedule regular times to clean and organize your schedule, your inbox, and your physical office space. For a more in-depth way to declutter your business, check out my Align program in the show notes. On TikTok, I have tons of playlists, tons of videos on there. They're not necessarily business-based decluttering videos, but you can still apply them, especially the paper clutter. When is organizing necessary? Once you have decluttered the non-essential items, whether it be digital, environmental, daily, all the things, once you have decluttered the non-essential items, then organizing is the next step. Organizing is about creating that systematic approach to managing those essential items and creating a flow for your day that makes sense for your business and your life. Because you not only have a phase of your business that you're in, you also have a phase of life. We talked about this in the last episode, where you may have kids, you may have pets, you may have a partner, you may be traveling. So allowing yourself to organize your schedule, to organize your business, to organize your workflow that makes sense for you. So how do you organize your business? Well, to organize your business, start by reviewing your workflow. And I've talked about this. I actually have a free video on my YouTube channel. If you go to my community page, you'll see that it is the very first post that's pinned. You may have to scroll down to see it actually, but I talk about creating a schedule for your workflow. Identify the most important tasks that need to be completed. You can do batch jobs. I help you in that class, that free class that's on my YouTube channel. The link is also in the show notes. I share with you how to really create a schedule and a calendar that works for you. Group tasks into categories and then create a plan for completing them in an order that feels good for you. Now, some people might say, well, this logically doesn't make sense or whatever. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to anybody else. It's your calendar. It's your workflow. It's your business. You call the shots, okay? Create something that works well for you, that flows good for you. I have many entrepreneurial friends who work a couple hours in the morning, take all day off to be with their kids, do all the things, and then work a couple hours in the afternoon. I've got entrepreneurs who work through the entire day. I also have colleagues and clients of mine who intermingle work with extracurricular stuff all throughout the day. So, whatever your day looks like, whatever your life looks like, that's what you need to take into account when you're organizing and grouping your tasks together. Now, you can use digital calendars, you can use project management software, there's other resources you can use to streamline your workflow and to help keep you organized. I actually prefer a paper planner. That's just my jam. I love it. And I also, obviously I've got a digital planner. That's what I use for my clients, for them to make their appointments and, Zoom calls with me and whatnot. But again, make sure that you're decluttering first. Otherwise, you're organizing things that are unnecessary for your business and they're just clogging up space. Decluttering and organizing your business are both essential for maximizing productivity and reducing stress. The cool thing about decluttering your workspace and eliminating unnecessary items is you're going to create a more focused and more productive environment. This is one of the things that I hear from my clients all the time is they're just like, oh my God, I feel so productive because I don't have all this other stuff like pulling me away. Once you have removed the clutter, then organizing your essential items are going to help you stay on top of those tasks, okay? And maintain that workflow where you feel really productive. There's this fabulous quote by Joshua Becker. He says, decluttering is not about perfection, it's about simplicity. It's about subtracting the things that are getting in the way so you can focus on what truly matters. I'm going to read that again because it's so freaking good. And again, this is from Joshua Becker, and I quote, decluttering is not about perfection, it's about simplicity. It's about subtracting the things that are getting in the way so you can focus on what truly matters. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Remember, all it takes is a clear vision of what you want and the willingness to take a small 1-degree shift in that direction daily to align yourself with a life and business that you love. Thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. All links mentioned are in today's show notes.